Hi guys, I'm back. And we're going to give the Dutch pour one more go. I kind of liked the outcome of the last piece. However, the paint is still a little thick on there, and there are areas on it that are drying. I didn't run the torch over it because I didn't want to cause a lot of cells to be created from the air bubbles. But now that I see that it's drying, that's a problem because the little air bubbles are going to put little dents in your painting. So I would say, go ahead and torch it. I'm not sure if my paint is a little too thin or a little too thick. I'd have to do, a lot more experimenting with this process to see just exactly what the right consistency of paint is. And you know me, I kind of like to jump around from thing to thing to thing. So I like to keep a variety on the channel. So this is probably going to be the last one for a little while at least. We may come back to it at a later date if you guys like it. I'll be glad to do a few more of them. I do like them. They're really pretty. But I don't know. I've done a few things other than just regular old flip cup dirty pours lately, and I'm starting to kind of miss my cells. So if that's I don't know, that seems a little silly when I say it out loud, but it is what it is. Okay, so I've got a few pendants here. I wanted to show you guys. I'll probably do another pendant video, in the future. These pendants here, let me give you a close-up. This first one is from it was the Galaxy resin pour from Halloween, and this was the drippings on the table of the resin. So I thought it looked pretty cool. So I cut it out and glued it into this bezel and poured. You can see how lovely shiny, and you can kind of see how the edges are rounded by the reflection of the light. The resin over top of it that I poured. So I don't know, this one's kind of cool. I'm kind of on the fence about it though. I'm not sure, who would wear a pendant like this, but hopefully somebody will like it. So anyway, yeah, this is what you can do with your resin drippings. Save your what pours on the canvas or on the plastic. Make sure you got plastic underneath when you're doing a resin pour. And that way you can do something with this. This might make a cool pendant. I don't know yet. It'd have to have just the right size, and it would need to incorporate like all of this. And maybe like another color underneath it or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about this one. So yeah, save your resin drippings because you never know what you can do with them. So that's from the resin. Now these 4 are from the same swipe, actually, that there was some paint left over on my table on the plastic, and it was where I'd flipped over a cup. And I picked the cup up and I just took my palette knife and just kind of swiped through it, and it made this really cool swipe. I never get any of these when I'm trying to get them. So I thought I would put them in a couple of pendants. Yeah. This one I really like. It's not, the cells aren't great formed on it, but it kind of looks like almost like watercolors. And then this one kind of looks like either rose petals or like cherry blossom petals. I really like that one. And this way, if set on my hand, you can kind of see the size of them. But you can see how the resin is nice and beautifully set on each and every one of them. And it's nice and clear. This is the Stone Coat Art Coat resin, which I exclusively use now, because it's just awesome. But sadly, I am almost out of it. And Stone Coat Countertops, if you're listening, send me some more resin, please, please. Anyway, order some of this resin. It is just completely awesome. I love it. And of course, I'll put my promo code below. So if you guys want to order some of the Stone Coat resin, go order some. Alright, so I'm going to leave this here so the camera will stay focused for just a bit. And I'm going to pour some white paint over the canvas. Now I'm going to just go ahead and do that off camera because this is a bigger canvas. This is a 14-inch by 14-inch canvas. And we're going to try and do where I'm going to put 2 puddles and blow one off one direction, one off the other direction. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe put a little bit of white on top of it instead of blowing the white over it, because I'm afraid if I blow from one direction, it's just going to blow over everything. I don't know. I might not even put any white in there at all in the center. I might just leave it as is and blow outwards and see what happens. Or maybe we'll put some white. Shoot, I don't know. I'll figure it out as we're going along, as we usually do. Alright, I'll be right back with a wet canvas. Okay, so I have got wet paint all over the canvas, and this white paint has been sitting overnight and it still had tons of bubbles in it. So I'm not really sure why it has so many bubbles in it, but it does. So we took a quick torch to it, got rid of most of the bubbles, I'm sure, or some of the bubbles anyway, and just got the palette knife sitting there so it will stay focused until we get the colors on there. So like I said, we're going to try and do 2 puddles and blow them in 2 different directions, and we'll see what happens. I do have all Artist Loft colors again, most of the same colors as the previous pours. The titanium white from Artist Loft is the white, and then we've got the phthalo blue, the green yellow, the brilliant magenta, the turquoise, and I've added another color. I've added violet, just so we have 2 nice dark colors to contrast. So we're going to start with the purple. And let's go for some, a little bit of turquoise in there. I'm going to go ahead and put my blue down as well. I'm not going to do as much of that because I was looking at the other paintings and I realized there's a lot of, they're all predominantly blue. So we're just going to use a mixture of the colors in each one, I believe. Except no blue in that one and no purple in that one. Oops, didn't want that, but hopefully it'll blow over. And I'm going to put a little more pink and a little more green in this one because we didn't have enough pink or green in the last one. So I want a lot more of that to show through. And less blue. Less blue, less blue. And we're going to do one more little spot of purple in there. And then I think what I'm going to do, I keep saying we. Y'all are all here with me. That's why I say we. Well, I'm going to put a little bit of white. Let's go through it. There we go. Why not, right? I mean, okay, I'm going to make sure you guys are still in focus. Oh, yes, we are. After the first video turned out completely fuzzy, I'm a little nervous about, the big white canvases. If you don't have anything on them to begin with to stay focused on, the camera unfocuses. Okay, we've got our hair dryer here again. And I'm going to try and, instead of going from the side, maybe, I don't know. Well, no, I kind of need to go. Well, let's just see. Maybe out a little more on this side. Okay. Yeah. Kind of pretty. Definitely needs some work, some straw work. But I'm not not entirely sure where to start. I kind of like the way it gets these splatters that go out. I know some people don't like them, and I may not like it at the end of the day. So I suggest you make sure you do everything before you walk away from this, because I hate to pop these bubbles because it's just going to bring up cells, but it needs to be done. And for some reason, I have a harder time popping the bubbles in this paint than I normally do. I don't know why. Because normally my paint is thicker, so you'd think that that would make a difference. But it does not. Okay. So, let's think about maybe where we want to go with this. I want it to look like it's two parts. So, kind of start from the middle and kind of go out that way, I guess. And don't hit your canvas like I just did. You can really do some neat stuff blowing the paint around. I don't know. I really don't know about this one. We'll just have to play with it for a little bit, see if we can bring something cool out of it. This is difficult. I like the petally look to it, but it needs to go off the canvas somehow. I've got strings that are getting into the painting. Sorry, I know you guys can't see through my... Let's take the blow dryer again and see if we can't run it off. I like all the swirliness of the colors, but it really looks kind of boring. Knock some of the air bubbles out. Blowing that paint around really gives it a lot of air bubbles. Okay, let's try this again. Make sure I put my mouth on the right end of the straw, because I always have paint on the end of it and I always stick it in my mouth. Wow, I don't have any idea how I got white paint all over my front, but I did. Must have laid in it. I don't like this. It's kind of a mess. I'm thinking maybe put a little more color in there and blowing it out so that it's a little more solid on the inside. We'll get to that. And now I'm not liking this because it takes away from it. So let's get rid of that real quick. These little lines. And just put some paint back in the hole there. And it'll flatten back out when it dries. Or as we blow it some more, because I'm sure we will be blowing on this. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry if my head is getting in your way. I like the edges more jaggedy than this. It's too stagnant. Okay, I'm liking it a little better, but I'm still not liking that center part. So I don't know if there's maybe some color under there we could blow out and make a sort of a center with it. There's not a lot of white paint here on this edge. I mean, I like blending these paints. It's fun. It's like watercolors, though. They look like watercolors to me. Just kind of replacing some of the white there. If this is boring, just please fast forward it. I'm sure I'm going to get some comments about my hat, so I'm sorry. I won't wear a hat again. I wasn't thinking about it being in the frame so much. Now we're going to have to kind of go back and blow some of these edges out again. Like that one. Sorry, I'm going to have to put my head in the frame for a second. Well, let's see. See if we can do it this way. Okay. Just needed a little more to go off that side because we got here. Just needed to balance it out a little bit. Honestly, I don't know what to do with that centerpiece. It needs something else. And there's no paint left in it. I think I'm going to put a little bit of paint down there in the center. I don't really know if I want any purple or not. We'll put a little bit of purple. And some pink. Definitely some pink. And definitely some green. Okay. I'll blow on it from overhead, see what happens. No, I didn't like that. Now we're just making kind of a mess. That is definitely a mess. Well, I don't know. It's okay. It's not terrible. I think it needs a little more something in there just to sort of solidify it. Just a little more. I know you're screaming at me, stop, 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 but like I said, this is probably going to be the last we do of this one. This type of painting. I'm already kind of tired of it. Trying to make it sort of like, you know, flowerish. Okay. Well, I kind of like it. I'm trying to decide if I need to do anything, if I want to do anything else to it. There maybe just a couple tiny little drops of pink in there. No, because it's the middle of the flower. Oh, white all over my palette knife. No wonder. Duh. I probably won't like these. I'll probably blow through them. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, toothpick. Alright, one more little, sorry guys, gotta do it, because that was way too much paint. Okay, let's blow that out. Sorry, no, I'm getting in y'all's way. Okay, that. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. I can hear y'all yelling at me. I can hear it. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it alone. Let's get you down. Alright, going from the outside. All pretty and wispy, all the colors blended. More so than I wanted to, but I haven't quite mastered this technique quite yet. But the colors mixed together, I really love those. They look like watercolor. Then we go into the center, which is sort of a disaster. But not terrible. I think I'm going to probably stare at it for a little while longer after I turn the video off and make sure it doesn't bother me too much. We'll see. Okay, well, there's your pretty for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what we got coming up next. I don't know what I'm going to do next. So, whatever it'll be, hopefully it'll be awesome. I want to thank all my sponsors, everyone who has donated to my channel. Sometimes I call you, people who donate. Sometimes I call you my sponsors. Some of you actually donated a few times. So, yeah, I really consider you guys sponsoring my channel there. And I appreciate that more than you guys know. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every one of you who have supported my channel in any way. Whether it's just watching the channel, subscribing to it, donating to my channel, buying one of my paintings or my pendants, or my tiles, checking out my website, watching the ads. Each and every little thing that you guys do is greatly appreciated by not only myself, but my kids and my husband as well. So yeah. Not sure about this one. Gonna leave it for a while, and I probably won't paint over it, hopefully. We'll see. So thank you to each and every one of you. I love you all. I hope wherever you are on the planet, you're having an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. It has turned freezing cold here again. It is below freezing and not even funny. But at least the sun is shining, so go outside, stand there with the sun on your face. Just be one with the birds chirping and the squirrels rustling around in the leaves and the sunshine warming up your face. Alright, See you later. Bye.